What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Circus. Today on the left side here, we have Runick Spright Live Twin, or Evil Twin, whatever you guys want to call it. On the right side here, we have Superheavy Samurai, operated by yours truly. This is the deck that I'm trying out for new Cyberstorm Access. This is that sneak peek. I'm enjoying the deck a lot, to be honest. It's super fun. It's super explosive. If you go first, it's just insane. I'm setting up these combos. We are going to be play testing a little bit of the branded deck. I still love branded. I just think that it's becoming a Highlander deck. I don't really know how I feel about Quem is a crazy card and the branded blazing thing is a crazy card and Expulsion is, but we're gonna be seeing what can go on, and also supers are a lot easier to get, so that's why we were going for it at sneak peek. And I want to give a shout out to JC for letting me borrow his last. I had two. We both had two of the prodigies, and he let me borrow his. So I really appreciate it for the event here. But let me know in the comment section, who do you think is going to win this duel? Not being able to use spells is kind of rough, but at least we can't get hit by anti-spells because he's going to have to play his spells of his own. But let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe the video, and well, let's dive in. We're going to see a die roll here. And it looks like the Spright pair lost the duel here, so we're going to be able to choose to go first or second. And obviously, Superheavy Samurai is going to go first. We are not playing the FTK version. I just want to put that out there. We're going to activate the Prodigy right off the bat. No Ogre. We're going to activate the effect, placing the Big Benki in the scale here. And we can also activate the effect of Big Benki to search for a monster as well. We offer the deck to cut. And then we're going to activate the effect of the Monk to be able to search here for a Souls. We're going to go for the Soul Peacemaker. This is a 1-of in our deck. I'd like to mention I'm not on the 3 Peacemaker build. I don't think it's really worth it. You cut down on your hand traps, and you can pretty much search it all the time as well. It is still a good card. I just don't want to see it all the time. Then we're going to activate Soul Piercer on the... This is just not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to normal summon it, but it still works a little bit. Then we're going to be linking off into the Scareclaw. Here we're going to be able to activate the effect of the Peacemaker, or not Peacemaker, but of the Piercer to be able to search for the Wagon. Yeah, this is kind of unfortunate. It hurts the main combo. Then we're going to be normal summoning to turn itself to the defense position. Then we're going to activate the effect, which can return itself to attack. And then we're going to be searching here for the booster, which is essentially just a free special summon, or it can act as a tuner, whatever you'd like. If the card itself was a tuner, it'd be absolutely crazy. That's one thing I do wish that it was also. Once equipped, it treats the card as a tuner, but if it was also a tuner when it's special summoned out, it'd be just absolutely busted. Here we're going to activate the effect, discarding the bell to summon out the bow. I guess we could go into an XYZ. This is not the... Actually, we're going to go for the link here. We're going to go for Ancient here. We're just going to be able to search here. Yeah, we definitely misplayed a little bit. I also don't know if this combo... you were supposed to 100% normal summon the Peacemaker. Or, yeah, they can go for the Excel, and then you could search for Bike, but then at the point, you kind of miss it. Well, you actually would link off Peacemaker going for Scareclaw, then you search for Bike. Bike activate the effect, but it still works regardless. We're going to activate the Bike, and then we're going to be getting the on the field. Then we're going to be activating the booster, and then we're going to be summoning itself out. Then we're going to activate the Peacemaker, targeting the Scareclaw, activate the effect, summon out the Scale. Scale is going to be reborn the Bow, because Bow is not once returned, because Konami does not care about that. At the time they released the cards, they're like, oh, this is fine. But now we have crazy cards like Regulus and Prodigy. Then we're going to be going into Lambda. So Lambda is super important in my build because I feel like, Gamma is a crazy hand trap. You have to play it going first, and a lot of the good players will play around the Gamma. So being able to make lambdas is kind of huge, especially when you don't always need to end on like something crazy. I do want to fit in the IP and stuff like that because I do think the card's absolutely crazy. If you don't have your stuff like we're going to be seeing here, there's going to be a lot of extra bodies on the field, and so I'm going to be trying to like figure out what I can fit in here. I'm going to be going for the Circus, trying to make that Regulus search here. But Regulus in Lambda is not that bad at all. Here we're going to be activating the effect to Pendulum Summon, going for Wakashi, Tunneler, and then Box, as well as the bike. So we have two things we can do here. We could go for the copy of so we're going to be going for the Excel, okay. And then we turned the bike to level 4. Then we're going to go right into the Baron de Fleur play. And we still have Regulus in hand as well. But how are we going to get to those two? If Tunneler was level 4, it'd be absolutely crazy. I was trying to find a way to, like, if I could just make Omega here and then rip their stuff, it'd be pretty crazy as well. We're going to do Regulus, do the bow, then we can... I was thinking we could also pop the Tunneler here with the Baron, but it's just not worth it here since we're going to be popping the Piercer. Then we're going to be going for the bike, and this will also allow us for follow-up because like Tunneler is a 22, but it'll be able to recycle the Regulus, which is pretty nice. But we have like two bad bodies on the field. Like we don't really need them. But we can go for, like, if we were playing IP, we could go for IP here. We're going to go for Quillfort Genius instead. And then we're going to activate the Tunneler effect. That was simply just get Tunneler in the grave, which was probably not worth it, to be honest. We could have just popped it and... But here we're going to be drawing 2. And I guess if we use Regulus, we'll be able to Lambda regardless. And then Tunneler, yeah, is going to be in the Banish Zone. But pretty much like sets us up for next turn. That's also something else that I think is very important. Like, I only play one of the Peacemaker, so it will be like shuffled back in the deck constantly, and then we're going to be seeing past turn. And so if we activate the Regulus as the first Omni Negate, we'll be able to activate Gem, which is crazy. But we essentially have Circus, we essentially have Regulus, Gamma, Baron, and then whatever else in our hand. I think we also have an Ash Blossom, but we're going to activate Regulus on the tip. Then they're going to activate a Sunny Snitch. And then we have to be thinking here. Like, this is fine because they'll be able to search for their live twin, and then when they normal summon it, we just hit them with Gamma. And then we're pretty much just like free at that point. But we do know they're going to be activating the Fountain here, which is a pretty nice card. It looks like we're thinking on that. We're going to be taking a second to read, or he's going to take a second to read the Baron. He's going to be normal summoning the Lila, and here we 100% chain the Gamma. Yeah, we chained the Gamma here, and then it looks like he's thinking. You can chain the Flashing Fire, I believe. It's either Flashing Fire or Freezing Curses. I can't really see at this angle. But it's to pop the Baron. then we ask if we negate this, like what is the wording um on the fountain? Like if we negate the card, and then he's gonna scoop it up there, realizing that if we negate the card, he won't be able to be shuffling back and drawing, and we're still gonna be having insane follow up, and we're still able to like search for another gamma. It will get banished, I guess, but that'll be like free discard for the second Scareclaw or Scarecrow. I don't know why I keep calling it Scareclaw. I've been spending too much time with Matthew, who's testing Scareclaw, which is crazy, by the way. Not as crazy as Superheavy Samurai. These one card combos, and you play like essentially 15. Like when you're playing, you have your 3 bike, your 3 prodigies, you have your 3 wagons, and your 3 piercers. So that's like four play sets of copies of 3 ofs that you play. So you have like practically 12 starter cards, 1 card starters. I guess some of them are like 1.2 cards, but just being able to search, and then like obviously the rest of your hand is not going to be dead, so like you can't draw like four other drivers. So like seeing like Tunneler or even like Box is not that bad. Seeing like Stealthy or Spy, whatever you guys want to call it, Regulus and Hand Traps, obviously. Even like if you see a Soul Peacemaker, it's not bad because you can still search for other souls. Or same with the Gaia Booster and just stuff like that. Like I think the only like real brick in the deck is the Benki, but even then you can just place it on the scale, which is still kind of good. I think Scales is also a brick, but it's not that bad. If you Pendulum Summon it, you can also like Reborn, so it's just like you don't have to use Peacemaker, I guess. Sometimes you'll still use Peacemaker just to tag out completely into like a soul piercer. Just a level 4 body because you just want to be able to guess that off the link zone because it can't be used as like material. But moving back into game 2 here, we're going to be seeing the Spright Runick Evil Twin player going to be activating one of the Runick spells to summon out from the deck here, going for that Hugin, activating the Hugin effect here. And I believe we ash this. Yeah, we're going to ash this. 100% have to. Fountain is a crazy card. Then he's going to special summon with the blue here, activating the effect, being able to search for any of the monsters, going for that Jet. And then when we see Jet effect being special summoned out, activating the effect here, searching for the starter. Star is going to activate, summoning out the red. He sided out Carrot. I know at one point he was laughing in his siding pattern. He goes, "I don't need that." I go, "What, Carrot?" Definitely do not need the Carrots in this duel here. And we have an Ogre in our hand here, so it's like an interesting point of like, now he gets to go to Gigantic, he gets to do whatever he wants. Now he can't get into Birud, but the red on the field is like really stopping our hand traps. But at the same time, like we're very much in control of like what we are going to be doing. So we have a few options. He's going to go into the IP after he summons out the Kissy Kill. And then, like, actually, who's going to think of Wuwai into IP? But I know at one point he was telling me, like, okay, he could go for the Sprint here, yeah. And then Sprint will dump the other one. But now he has to link summon those away, which makes him go into the pink. And then now I have a chance of hitting him with the Ogre, because blue has to summon back a monster if you control no other monsters, and he can't get rid of the Sprint. So he kind of realizes afterwards that he like screwed up, but it is a misplay, and we are all human. So what's going to happen here, and then he's going to have only like a few cards left in hand. I don't think I actually know any of them, but it definitely was a misplay, which would have probably costed him the game, I think. And then he's going to activate the tip. He actually told me he should have summoned it into the, like, he should have been able to summon that if he would have played correctly. And then you search for the freezing curses. I think that's freezing curse. It's the one that negates, I think. Then he's going to set to, and he discarded Ancient Organism at the start, so I can assume there's another Ancient Organism in his hand. We're going to start off by activating the bike, which can be able to search us for some goodies. And then I ask, can I read the ancient organism? I think there's another one face down, which is why I'm reading the card, because I have a feeling I'm going to get hit by it. I don't really want to, so. I'm trying to find a way to play around it. I actually don't, like, looking back, I don't think there is really a way to, like, solidly play around it. But we're going to activate the Prodigy. Prodigy effects can activate putting the scale here. And then I'm asking, like, what column is that in? That's not in the pendulum column, so I'm safely assuming it's not an imperm, but I know that one of his cards is the curses. Then we're going to activate the effect, searching for the soul piecer, the bow. We're a normal summon with the bow, and then he's going to flip up the trap card here. So now we just essentially know the other card, and it looks like it's a Zeus line here. You know, we have a few options. We can make either Zeus, and then Zeus can search for Regulus. So like we can essentially get a negate regardless, or sending the whole board. And I don't even know what he'd have to open up a twin, and we would have to burn through both of our Zeus negates, which won't really happen. I guess we can just go double Zeus and then go for Regulus. But really, this game here is in the bag if we do not misplay. We're going to link away into the Crow. Crow effect's going to activate here. Well, not the Crow effect. The Peacemaker in the Graveyard is going to activate his effects. And it looks like we're taking a second to read if we should go for Spy here. Spy is an interesting card. It takes spells and lets you use them. So like if they're playing like power spells, like TTT and stuff like that, and they already hand trapped you, which is crazy. If they're playing like a Duster and they're playing as a trap deck, or if actually I don't know if it actually lets you add traps as well. That'd be pretty crazy, actually. If we had a card that could pop, it is a spell or trap. So you could actually take some of these crazy trap cards and use it as well. I guess you could essentially like go for evenly matched if you really wanted to in like weird scenarios, or imperm could come up. Like trading a stealthy for an imperm is kind of crazy if you're able to tag that out. And it's not just normal spells and traps as well. So you could take quick play ones. Obviously, it's going to be set, so you can't activate the same turn, but they're going to be flipping up on the effect of the Scarecrow, you know, making sure that we don't go into that, trying to like potentially stop our abilities to go into the rank 4s to be able to bring back. And then we're going to be placing the Prodigy in the zone when we had a second one. We're going to activate the Peacemaker, then we're going to be tagging out, going into the Wagon effect on a turn itself in attack position, pretty much indicating that we have scales in the hand already. And then we're going to go for the bow here. It's actually insane that these cards are like so crazy good. We're looking at the extra deck here. You know, I guess we're trying to figure out some lines of play, but I feel like you just definitely go into the Circus and then attack, make Zeus, and then you have Regulus as well for the follow-up. You'd have like a Regulus as well as, like, we're overthinking it here. We're 100% overthinking. You just go for Circus, and then Circus attacks into the Leela. We're going to go for Genius here. Oh, we haven't Pendulum Summoned. Okay. Then we're going to be able to Pendulum Summon out the Scales and the Peacemaker. Piercer, and then the whatever his name is, Prodigy. We should have done Prodigy in attack position, but you know, going for an extra 1,000 damage isn't too much. Scale is going to be reborning out the Piercer, and then we're going to be able to search for Jizukiru here because we are going to be going into Sargus, and so we're essentially getting another search, trying to like refuel our hand, I guess, a bit. If we do slide out of the tunneler, going second, so we're gonna go for Merrymaker, then we're gonna go for Sargus. Sargus will search for the Oregulus, and here he kind of sees how like the game is pretty much sealed. We're gonna be chipping away at some damage here, but we're gonna attack into the Sprint for some damage. I don't know why we didn't go Piercer into the Leela first, so we don't take 500, but whatever. We take 500 when we declare an attack. So then we're going to attack with the Piercer into the Leela. And then we're going to attack with the Genius. And then here in main phase 2, we're going to be going Wow. And then if we make Zeus. I believe we activate Zeus. Yeah, we activate Zeus here, then we wipe everything, and then we just go, we activate we activate Piercer effect, searching for the bike, and then we activate Regulus here, targeting the bike, or targeting the Peacemaker, and then we just have that. And then essentially there's no cards in the game that will be able to win this, because we just essentially just take the, we either send it or we just negate. But we end up seeing the power of Super Heavy Samurai here, just being able to like summon out so many Omni Negates and just making these huge crazy boards and being able to OTK like that going second with these mass amount of hand traps that you play. You see that you don't really need those power spells. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to see any more content or any more duels, let me know in the comment section what you guys are looking for, and I'll do my best to feature it. We do show off the spells that we're playing. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Peace.